All right, so welcome back to the channel. Today was definitely a volatile day, but we did well. So we made $1,000 and 1,047 today, which was nice. And I'm just gonna go over the trades real quick and then what I think is gonna happen tomorrow. First trade I made real quick, just to go over it, I did PLTR. And when you look at this chart, it's like, where did you buy, right? So looking at this chart, I purchased in this zone area on the first dip at the bell. So you can see the time up here, and I was watching it at the bell open. And we're gonna zoom into this area right here. And I was using the RSI to make this purchase, and I was using the 5-minute and the 1-minute. So when I purchased this, I purchased at 15.7 as my cost basis. And then I sold at 15.82. And that's reflected up here, 15.7, and sold at 15.82 for an $887 gain. And the reason I was buying there is because I like to use the Bollinger Bands to see that it's really extended. And I was watching the red bars and also my RSI, which is my #1 trigger to pull the trigger. So when I was buying this is on the 1-minute. I bought it at 15.7, and if you look at this candle, it'll show you the low and the high within this candle. 15.65, so I wasn't too far off. I was only 5 cents off. But I bought with the RSI right down here, which is 11. So the RSI was 11.45 right here on the 1-minute. And then if you go to the 5-minute, let me just zoom in on again so you can actually get a better view. Looking at the 5-minute, you can see that, let me see, here it is. On the 5-minute right here, it was 18. So for me, that's always a buy zone. When the 5-minute is less than 20 and the 1-minute is less than 20, I go in with a lot of shares and I try to get that nice 10, 15 cent pop really quick. And that usually will occur within the first 15 minutes of trading. And in this case, it happened at 9:35. So that's 5 minutes into the trade. We're up 900, which was nice. Then I let PLTR go. I started looking at TQQ and kicking myself a little bit, but I'm going to be grateful for the gains, and that's what you got to focus on. But I was playing them in my taxable account, just 150 shares, scalping them, but I was trading them at the lows of 134. But I was just struggling to read it with the RSI, so I kept going in and out, and I just made a nice like $152 on them. But it's definitely something to be said about that, and this is all because of what's happening with the Fed regulation, and Powell is speaking tomorrow at 10. But the triple Q is the NASDAQ, but it's triple leverage, so you get a lot of volatility. So this is where a lot of day traders will go because it has a lot of volatility, which means that you can kind of scalp this and get in and out, in and out. So I like to day trade triple Q with 150 to 200 shares at a pop, and as you can see when I trade PLTR, I do a lot more because all of the indicators are lining up. When I'm looking at stocks like PLTR and I'm watching them to see how they're doing, I can see that it is completely oversold just from this area right here with all of these red bars. But I'm looking for that RSI on my 1-minute and my 5-minute to be below 20, and then I make my entry. And then later on, in the afternoon, I was trading triple Q to make that gain. And what I did was I added my gains to FDRV. So now FDRV has a cost basis. I have a cost basis. This is long-term. I always talk about this ETF, but I have $3,300 cost basis at an average of 27.88. And anytime I make gains, I just keep adding to them. And once I get them up to 10,000 in gains, I'm going to switch over to a different index fund, probably maybe 1Q or something, or to hold long term. But I have a good amount in them where I am just trying to make them as big as possible. And I really believe in electric vehicles long term, and I don't know which one's going to be the best one. So this is what I buy, and it has Tesla in it, it has Uber in it, and it has like NIO in it, NIO stock, and that's what I do. So we're doing okay. We're up $1,000 today, which is really nice. I left a lot of money on the table with TQQ because I had shares at 134 to 136. But that's the name of the game. I want to always have cash for when the dips come and you try to take what you can from the market. But I just wanted to show you how I made the gains on PLTR because I think that's valuable to see with the double RSI. And just overall, knowing where has this stock been and where is it going in the future? Now, this is a stock I'm not sure if we should, start thinking about taking a position with like 50 to 100 shares long term, but it potentially could be one of those stocks. So it's just something to think about. And when you look at the 3 month, this thing is just on a downtrend. It's trending at the 200 EMA is 22. It's trading below the 20 EMA at 18.21. And the red is my 9 EMA, and that's trading at 17. So this might be the bottom. We'll see. But nobody knows. Nobody can predict the future. And this is where we're at. So it just keeps selling off. But PLTR usually has a history of popping back up. But I don't want to be a bag holder. I want to keep day trading. If I can make gains like this, then that's good enough for me. I don't need to hold and have to worry about them doing well. I'd rather put the money into an ETF. But that's my trades for the day. I just wanted to recap real quick because I haven't been able to. And just beware of Powell speaking tomorrow for the Fed about inflation at 10 a.m. tomorrow. So we might see some red. Even though the NASDAQ fully recovered today, it is something that potentially could be a problem. Because when you look at 3 months, this really sold off from 175. And now it's making a new low here. Just remember the EMA is 134, the 200 EMA. So that is a bounce spot, and that's why I was playing it. So if you were swinging it, that's a great buy if you bought it around the 132 to 135 range for a swing back up all the way up to 145 already. It's a bullish trend. It keeps going up, so and it always seems to test that EMA and then come back up. So it's not too late to get in, but let's see if we can get a dip tomorrow. I'm going to try to swing trade them again tomorrow, but under around 140, I'll try to get in and just hold and see if I can get 5 to 10 points out of them. But that's it for today. I just wanted to give a quick recap on how it went.